Welcome back, Organic Fanatics. Today is game 2, Knicks versus Cleveland in the playoffs 2023. It's going to be an exciting game tonight. Possible Josh Hart not playing tonight due to an ankle injury, ankle sprain that he had. Who's going to be the next man up? You know, that's our mantra, next man up. We got a deep team. It's going to be a tough game. I expect Cleveland to come out swinging and fighting. I don't think Darius Garland is going to stick with 1 assist. I think he's going to get involved in the game today. I look for him to have at least 8 assists. That means getting D. Wade involved in the game, couple of three-pointers, Cedi Osman, unless he's exhausted from guarding Jalen Brunson. Fail. And then I don't look for Gerald Levert to have those missed shots that he had. He is more of a rhythm player, so if he's not in a rhythm, he's not going to go off. So our defense did well of going off. If Josh Hart doesn't play, I'm looking for more minutes. I think Tibbs still sticks with a 9-man rotation. I think you're going to see increased minutes for Isaiah Hartenstein. So one heart, you have a heart transplant, put it with the other heart. So I think Isaiah Hartenstein is going to have a big role in today's game. It's going to be rebounding is a key for us. I look for OB. He had 14 minutes the last game. Hopefully at least maybe 17 minutes would be good. Get him in rhythm, get him going. He did good with his 14 minutes with 9 points the last game. I would like to see him at least at the 17, 20 would be amazing, but we'll see how Julius is feeling and if he's playing in a rhythm there. So I look for that to happen. I look for a bounce-back game from IQ. IQ, anytime he's had a lackluster game, which he had 3 points last time. He had some makeable shots, but I look for him to have a bounce-back game. RJ, as much as people dogging him, 9. I think he's gonna have. He does really well typically with the Cleveland Cavaliers, so I look for him to have at least 18 points today, somewhere around that time frame. He did good with assists and rebounds. Efficiency has always been a thing this year. Hopefully, he can work on that in the off season. Him and Obi are a little slow-footed on defense, so I think that's why you're going to see Thibodeau give him Isaiah Hartenstein probably heavier minutes. So I look for Isaiah Hartenstein to be in the maybe 27-minute, 30 minutes, somewhere around there. So I think he's going to have more minutes. I'm going to see IQ play heavy today if Hartenstein's not playing. So you're going to look at IQ and Hartenstein to get the majority of those minutes from when he was playing, and maybe 2 or 3 more minutes for Obi. That's how I see it. He's going to stick to that 9-man rotation. Couple of more minutes from Obi. Unless Obi gets it going, he's going to get more of those minutes. And again, it's always about defense and rebounding. So it's not about always scoring for Obi. He's going to help us on the fast break to keep their defense honest. And, you know, they're a big team. That's all you've been hearing. Oh, they're a big team. So that's why I see Isaiah Hartenstein having more of an impact in this series. Obi could affect other series with his speed and moving like a gazelle. That might be as crazy. Anyway. So that's what I'm looking to see today. I think we're going to have a good game. I definitely see Cleveland coming out swinging today. I think they're going to try to come out early. If we win, shout out to the new Knicks. If we win the first quarter, anywhere we're around 30, if we win the first quarter, we usually win the first and the third. Those are signs of a winning team. So whoever wins the first quarter, that looks pretty good. And if we fight back in the third. So look back for our fight back. They're going to have a run. I expect Donovan Mitchell to have a big game. If he has a big game, that's going to take away from the others. So if we can slow down Darius Garland like we did the last game, he's a key for us winning the series. It's not about slowing down Donovan Mitchell. We want Donovan to get 30, 40 points because if he's involved in the game, he's taking the touches and taking his team out of rhythm. So it's really up to Garland. It should be the driving force of that team. So if we can keep him down, I look for a bounce-back game also from Grimes. He only had 5 points the last game. I know he's playing defense on Donovan and substituting, but then again, so was Josh Hart, and Josh had 17 and 10. So in order to take it to that next level for Grimes, he's in a starting role. He's going to have to be a little more consistent, especially now in the playoffs. This was his first, he's a second-year player, first time in the playoffs, so you give him a little grace there and, you know, grade him on a curve. But a good game for him to bounce back. So this is a game that I look for him to have minimum 12. He should be around 12 to 15, unless he has an explosive game. But between, I'll give him 15. I'll give him about 15 points, maybe about 4 3-pointers, something like that. That's going to keep the paint open for us. That's going to give Mitchell Robinson good chance for putback. So I'm looking for Grimes and IQ to be able to spread the floor today, and Hartenstein and Mitchell should be able to dominate on the boards. So if that happens, look for us to shut them down in the second. This is essentially a must-win game for Cleveland. The fans are freaking out. They were assembled to win. They got rid of all their players. They got rid of all their picks, which we did not. As you see, that's what they were talking about for us to get Mitchell, and we love Mitch. Donovan Mitchell, he's a homegrown product, NYC to the fullest, New York, you know what I mean? So we love Donovan, but we weren't going to mortgage our future to get him. So in 2 years, we got space for you, buddy. Come on over. But until then, we're not mortgaging our future for anybody. We'll talk more about trades and pickups and all that in another video. But this video, I just want to talk about tonight's game. I think it's going to be a close fought game. I think it's going to be close until the third. Right around the third quarter, we should get into rhythm. And right around the beginning of the fourth, you're going to start seeing the Jalen Brunson take over. Second quarter, I look for RJ. So typically the way we've won all year is Randall goes off in the first quarter. We dominate the first quarter. Second quarter, it's usually they try to let RJ get into rhythm. So you should see RJ trying to get himself going. Usually that's going to be when Randall sits down around the second quarter. Him and Obi is going to be in there. And Hartenstein to find him for the fast breaks for Obi and RJ. So I look for them to play off of each other, you know, to feed each other and get each other motivated and hyped up if he runs with the second team. So that's what I'm looking for RJ's bounce back in the second quarter. And then third quarter, you're going to see Randall come back again. You should see Mitchell dominate in that time frame as well. And you're going to start seeing IQ take over right around ending of the second, early third quarter. IQ is usually a third quarter guy. That's where we start winning the quarter there. And then Brunson, Captain Clutch, is going to take over. And then down goes Frazier. That's how I expect it to be for tonight's game. I see a hard-fought game. I'm going to see Garland have a bounce-back game, maybe 18 or so for Garland. If we keep him under 20 and we keep him under 9 assists, I'll say under 7 assists, that should be a W for us. So Garland is their X factor. Tonight you're going to be looking at, I think, IPH, Isaiah Hartenstein. So, and if you've been looking, he's been taking some of that meditation, relaxing, trying to get his right mindset, just like Julius Randle. So the same assistant coach that helps Randle with his breathing and controlling himself, Isaiah Hartenstein's been taking a page out of Julius's book and trying to get in that right mindset. I don't believe Josh Hart in his heart wants to stay out the game, but we need him long term. So hopefully he sits out. But again, I see him like a Jalen Brunson, learning or taking a page from Julius Randle and being ready and him wanting to be out there. So he didn't participate in practice. So while everybody's taking contact drills, so he could just be taking it easy until game time. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a GTD, game time decision. Pretty sure he's going to want to play. But the scenarios I gave you earlier is if he doesn't play. Now, if he plays, down goes Frazier. It's going to be a W for us. Again, rebounds is our key and our bench is our key. I said it in the last video with my brother, the new Knicks, my cousin, Machete Mig. If you look at our videos, we talked about that. So our bench outscored them 35-9. And then we also had... so our bench outplayed them. That's where the game came down to. And considering most of our bench didn't play well, IQ, Grimes, and then our starter RJ did not play well. And again, normally RJ is really good against Cleveland. So if they get a bounce back game and Hart plays, it's going to be challenging for Cleveland. This is a must win for Cleveland. And if they go back to NYC into the Garden 0-2, that Garden, Madison Square Garden, we need to stand up. We need to be cheering. So it's going to be a very interesting series. I look for us with a W. Other shockers, Kings is playing good. That's going to be an interesting series. They're up 2-0. And Miami with the Bucks. If Giannis is out another one, watch out for Miami. Miami could take out Bucks. They match up very well with the Bucks. And we could be seeing a Miami-New York series. Very likely. So don't sleep on Miami. Shout out to the Heat. They're playing very good, but Tyler Hero did break his hand, so that's going to be a big dent for them as well. So, nonetheless, for them, I'm just excited talking about basketball. It's here, playoffs, and Bleacher Report. You wrong for that. Very funny for the cartoon, but you're wrong for that. Anyway, New York Knicks, I get us with a W today. It's going to be more of a high-scoring game. People are saying low-scoring game. High-scoring to me is over 100. I'll say 107, 104, something like that. Could be low-scoring, but I think everybody's going to step their game up today on both sides. So I'm looking at a 107, 104 win. New York Knicks, big game. I'm going to say IQ is going to have a big game. And also Hartenstein. Those are going to be my X Factor for today's game. Let us know what you think. We'd love to hear you. Come by Fridays, 5 p.m. and Sundays, 5 p.m. We do go our live then. We'd love to hear from you. Comment in the chat. We always shout out everybody in the chat. And we bounce back off your feedback. We bounce back off your comments. See what you think. Love Knicks Nation. Holla at us when you see us. Comment down. Let us know. We'll shout you out. Peace.